Am I more than you bargained for yet? I've been dying to tell you anything you wanna hear, 'cause that's just who I am this week. Lie in the grass next to the mausoleum. I'm just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a lot in a song. In your bedpost, but you're just a lot in a song. Drop a heart, break a name. Who is sleeping in the sleeping for the road team? We're going down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. We're going down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. Is this more than you bargained for yet? Oh, don't mind me, I'm watching you tip from the closet. Wishing to be the friction in your jeans. Isn't it messed up how I'm just dying to be him? I'm just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a lot in a song. Notch in your bedpost, but you're just a lot in a song. Drop a heart and break a name. Who is sleeping in the sleeping for the wrong team? We're going down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. We're going down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. Down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. We're going down, down, really around, and Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. A loaded gun complex, target and bullet. We're going down, 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 down. We're going down, down. Loaded gun complex, target and bullet. We're going down, down, really around. Sugarwood going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. Loaded gun complex, target and bullet.
What is going on, gamers? Welcome back with another stream. We are going to be having a podcast episode of Grape Vine, if you we'll be sitting here talking about a lot of topics here today. I believe I told you guys when I left stream on Thursday that I would be gone for the next 2 days, which I have been. I will be streaming obviously here today. I will be streaming on Monday and Tuesday, just so you guys know. A lot of cool things. Celebrated some buddies' birthdays. Went out and hung out with some friends I haven't seen in a while. Done a lot of cool stuff. If I find it later, I'll show you. I got a... I don't know. I don't know where it is. But one of my customers gave me a comment. Show it tomorrow. Anyways, with that being said, let's just hop right into this. I believe Sam and Josh have gotten their stuff, so we're gonna pop in here real quick and get this all started. So, time to see the boys. Time to start the episode 3 of the Grape Vine. Here we go. What's up, boys? Oh, what's up, boys?
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah, welcome,
Hey.
welcome, Mr. Mayhue Music and Mr. Zeagles, AquaticJayy, Josh, my artwork guy. How you doing?
I'm just a man of many names, I guess. I'm doing good. I'm good. I'm doing good.
Well, good to have you on here. Welcome. Obviously, this is Sam and I's podcast, and we're very happy to have you on here today. So,
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
so let's just get the little introduction of you out of the way. That way, everybody knows who you are. We'll do name, age, and comfortable where you're
Location.
located. Yeah. ASL.
Oh, Omegle, the good old days. All right.
Yeah, word.
So,
still alive, bro.
oh yeah, it's a whole meta though for it now. All right. Anyway, I'm Josh. I'm 22 years old, and location. I don't know where I'm at, like physically or like mentally.
Somewhere in the Midwest, somewhere a little batshit crazy.
Yeah, like
Maybe
just
regarded
keeping it
as the
fresh.
shittiest state in the USA.
Yeah. Could be. I live
Maybe
in
not
both
shittiest,
states.
but definitely most hated for no reason.
It's always been
It's
Ohio.
a meme.
Fuck Ohio.
They're pretty shitty people, not gonna lie.
Hey, as long as you're happy, that's all I care about.
Well, I'm not, so start.
Oh, damn. Well, that's good to know.
It's
So some kind of questions I like to introduce with everyone, kind of warms you up a little bit. That way they kind of know who you are. Obviously besides your ASL, is the 3 questions that we asked Ryan last episode was, what got you into gaming? What is your favorite TV show, either all time or currently at the moment? And what is your favorite video game?
You're gonna have to definitely like repeat those questions to
That's
me.
fine.
'Cause
So,
I
okay, so we'll
forgot
just
half of those already.
So
Yeah.
what got you into gaming?
Oh, I don't know. I think the earliest I can remember is playing on a Game Boy Advance. My older brother's silver Game Boy Advance, and it was the OG Super Mario Bros. As well as Emerald, Pokemon Emerald.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And it was always so cool. And then along the way, I got a DS Lite. It was white and lost the stylus after like a month. Like I think everyone else did too.
Yeah.
And after that, I got a Wii. So, and then after that, got Xbox, and then so on. Like kind of
More of a
get into
console
all.
gamer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. It either comes down to the OG Xbox, because we also had the OG Xbox as well, like playing Super Sega Soccer Slam or something like that. It was like this soccer game where you could like straight up punch people in the face and like have like power ups and stuff. Oh, it was like my favorite game to ever play. My brother
Was
would
it
always
the backyard games. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like that, but it
those?
wasn't that. If you search it up, if you're curious, it's literally just like a bunch of like just crazy people with super abilities playing soccer.
Yeah.
And like it was like a very small field. It wasn't like FIFA, but it was like
Yeah.
almost like if Mario, like there's Mario Party like soccer, which there is, right? It's
Strikers, Mario Strikers.
yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
but it was on the Xbox, and yeah, here I am. It's been a long addiction, but I'm trying to get help for it. But you know,
Hey, that's what brought us closer, though. That's what you got to keep
Yeah.
always remember.
yeah, right. I guess it's
Unfortunately.
sometimes I feel like that Reddit moderator. He's like, "What do you want to do with your life?" And like, dog walk and play video games. That'd be pretty.
Yep.
Pretty good.
That's really not bad.
He's got a good gig. You know, I don't know. I mean,
That's what I want to
if
do.
that's what makes you happy and makes you feel rich in life.
I'm trying to get a woman that loves me for who I am and lets me continue my horrible, crippling video game addiction.
It honestly is crippling. Like sometimes, like I'll just be procrastinating and like play Overwatch for hours on end.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like, I gotta do this shit, but I'm just gonna keep playing this video game.
Dude, speaking of, we got to get our fill in for the day today, Joe.
Oh,
Later.
dude, I have so much stuff I have to do, but I'm probably gonna play
Damn.
Overwatch.
I'm down for Overwatch tomorrow with the boys. So
Okay,
Good,
okay,
good.
okay.
So as well as what is your favorite TV show, either of all time or at the moment or both?
Oh, dude, I love anything like film related or just like indie, like just almost like small production set, but also like big production sets. Like Wes Anderson was like kind of the introduction to all that stuff for me. So like Grand Budapest Hotel and
Yeah.
Moonrise Kingdom. Like I just
Yup.
fell in love with how his sets were set up, and then I kind of
Artsy stuff.
like that. And then
Cinematography heavy
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
and I don't know, like I was just kind of into like photography and stuff, and I'm dating a photographer right now, and it's like I don't. I've always just fell in love with the fact that someone can capture a vision of something or a story, and it's like a story with no words. Sometimes, like silent movies were crazy to me because people would still go watch silent movies even though there was no dialogue in there, and it's just all about. It's all about the way you take the shot and what's going on. I can't describe
What's your
it.
favorite show in that sort of genre? Is there a show that sort of embodies that?
Planet Earth.
Oh my god! With Conor McGregor narrating it, that'd be great. You see these
Plenty of-
penguins over here.
I'll take James Earl Jones.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like right now, I'm like really on the Euphoria like gang.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
I not just like because the acting is just so good in it. Like yeah, the story's a little cheesy, but Zendaya, phenomenal. Like the last episode, she's just like snot's coming out of her like nose, and she's like going through these withdrawals, and it's like
It's
the
such a good
ugliest
show,
thing-
dude. Oh
but
my
the
God.
ugliest thing that you could possibly imagine, like someone going through, and she's just portraying it like how it should be, and not like this Hollywood like film over it.
Great.
You know, it's just that's what I'm.
Euphoria is very good.
Something I want to get into definitely because it seems like there's
Yeah.
a huge hype around it.
It's very good. It's just like Josh said, the acting is incredible. Like
Mhm.
some of the best recently that I've seen.
Mhm.
And just
Yeah.
the story's very interesting. The cinematography, like Josh was saying, the artsiness about it's really good. You would enjoy it, Joey, for sure.
Okay. Once I finish House, that's what I'll end up. That's what I'll end up start
I
watching.
feel like you've been watching like House for years.
Oh, I love House. Well, I mean, like I got into because of my ex-girlfriend. I got into Criminal Minds, and the only reason I liked Criminal Minds because it's basically set up the same way as House. You know, you get a story of what's going on for that episode, but through that, oh, my G Hub battery's low. That's crazy.
What hub?
The G Hub.
Oh,
My keyboard.
Gotta refresh that, you know.
but you know, like in that episode, like there's a certain situation that's going on, but in the further point of it, like there's an actual story arc going on. So like,
Yeah,
and
I used to like Bones. If you ever watched Bones before, same thing, same fucking thing.
And like, man, I like Hugh Laurie as an actor just in general as well. So I've always enjoyed it, and I blame that on my dad because my dad got me in watching House, and it's on Peacock. So yeah, Peacock, you can watch it for free with ads, or you can watch it not for free for paying for ads. Hashtag not a sponsor.
I don't know if I'm the only one that has this core memory, but as a child, I would just like have like walk into our living room like at like 11 p.m. and my parents would be watching like a True Minds criminal show, like, but it was like the documentary, like the crime documentaries and stuff of like missing people. Is that just me? Am I just fucked up as a person?
I used to watch those when I was younger, like How to Make a Murder and stuff.
Yeah, I would walk in on my mom watching like NCIS and stuff.
Yeah, dude, my grandma loved NCIS LA. Oh, that was a great show.
Or you know, waking up at 3 in the morning on a Saturday and you hear bum 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 bum. Freaking George Lopez is screaming at you.
And just flying heads everywhere.
Yeah, it seemed like that happened to everyone.
Is this a dream?
It did.
Okay. Spinning off of that.
Yeah, sorry.
What is? I feel like obviously Sam and I know what your favorite video game is, but what is your favorite video game, Josh?
I mean, there's a few ways
to look at it. Tough question. Yeah. You know what? I've tried so hard. And I'm gonna get so much like hate for this, but I've tried so hard to play like platformers and like
you definitely
other than like
are
Pokemon, and I just could not do it. Like Undertale, we got like halfway through. I'm like, this is lame, or it's just not captivating me.
Yeah.
Or like Stardew Valley, play that. Like I need to be like, I feel like immersed, like in first person. And I guess what's always like really got my attention, and you guys know what I'm about to say, is Overwatch. Not only for the fact that like I have an ADHD brain, so that like just caters to my ability just to think about a million things at once and execute like half of them in like a second. And it can go deep like to like what you want to do. Like each action has like a reaction, like it's team based too. Not only are you having to figure out what you have to do, you have to also figure out what your team's going to do, what the other team's going to do, and you have different classes in each ability. Like it's a conglomerate.
I said TF2 for mine, Josh.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a conglomerate of just. I would say Overwatch is my favorite, and give me hate for it. It's a dead game, but
hey. I enjoy getting on with the boys and bullshitting, so I respect the answer. I would put Overwatch in my top 5 easily.
And the community is just, I love how toxic it is for no reason. It's almost like after the end of the game, like if someone's just super toxic, you're like, this guy's just a fucking dickhead. Why are we playing like? And I just say, you're playing Overwatch. You're just as bad as me right now. Like,
yeah,
you have no reason to be as toxic.
It's 2022, bro. Like we are way past the prime.
It would it come out in like 2017, 2016?
2016, I think. I'm pretty.
Oh my god.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Somehow TF2 has more players though. Came out.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, dude, Sam, weren't you telling us like during like the beginning of the pandemic, like TF2 hit its highest player base?
It keeps hitting it. It's like in the top 5 most played games on Steam frequently.
What I think is the craziest thing about that game is the whole backpack situation. Where how it pioneered fucking loot boxes and hats and everything.
Yeah. And like all the game modes that came from that game is basically in any other game that comes out.
And like
it pioneered payload, CP points,
like
King of the Hill.
A lot of the games that
first team shooter ever.
That was like the first cryptocurrency, I guarantee it. Like refined metal.
Dude, bro, I'll check I think the value of my backpack's gone up straight up. I'll tell you.
Like the way like you would buy keys, and keys are a certain amount of money, and like this whole exchange rate that like how much your backpack was worth. And like
it's
people
insane.
Bought houses with their backpacks before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
nuts. That's so
the,
crazy.
The top backpack right now, I think, is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Pretty sure.
And like
Apparently, I can check.
that could be like someone's whole like whole backup plan or like retirement plan.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure that I'm sure there's plenty of like people that like did CS:GO skins for like
more with
knives and
CS:GO,
stuff, like, and like they can bank on that. And
oh yeah, I guess CS:GO too.
You know, Valorant being a little bit of a new, it's kind of in the
first,
same
though.
thing.
Yeah.
TF2 was the pioneer.
The first hat cosmetic
What did
game system?
Didn't it come with a like it came with 3 games? One was like Half-Life.
Yeah, the
TF2.
orange box. When it came
orange
out.
box. Yes.
Half-Life 2. I think CS:GO, TF2, and like Portal maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that was the birth of it. But the update for hats and trading and stuff came out 2011, I want to say, and then CS:GO followed it. Was like, shit, we can make some serious money off of this.
And that's what started the pandemic of loot boxes and battle passes and
a little bit. TF2 definitely has a hand on it.
Dude, I'm so tired of like, can I just pay $60 for a good game and like not have to buy like a crap ton of DLC and for it to not be like broken every time?
Well, the problem is, Josh, is you don't enjoy games like that, though.
Yeah, that's
well,
fair. So,
also,
like,
and as well as we are reaching to the point where our technology has gotten so crazy now that we, like, you know, Call of Duty can't produce a top tier end Call of Duty every single year. You have to release it as like, okay, here's like the base multiplayer. You're going to get the campaign in 6 more months because we don't want to wait that long and we have to make our money and it's taking up way too much time. We don't have enough employees, whatever the situation might be. That's how it's starting to become now. And like, you know, with Halo, like Halo got pushed back. Like we're not getting Forge or any sort of what the hell co-op campaign for like another like 3 months or something.
I guess I could see the business strategy behind that as like slowly building a strong community over time versus like all at once and then they go on to the next thing. It's a much longer lasting business plan, I guess, for a video game, you know, which is great and all. And I do miss the old days, but I feel I'm going to go back on what I just said. Call me a hypocrite. But I think thinking about it after speaking, it might actually be a better thing that they do it this way.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it, like you said. Because, like, Halo right now is not doing great. Like, it kind of backfired a little bit. The player base is not doing that well. Content creation is kind of abysmal.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I have fun. Like, I was playing with Magnum Chiller, like, for like a while past few weeks.
Exactly, like a few
And it was
weeks
having
ago.
awesome. It was great time.
Yeah.
It's a great core game. It's just, I don't know.
I guess
they're competing with all these other titans. It's hard.
Well, we'll
It's
get
doing better than Battlefield.
Yeah,
so-
we'll get more into that later.
All right. Keep it moving here, boys.
let's knock out these next 2 questions. So, Josh, what is your current career path? And then we'll just go from there. What's your current career path and why do you like it?
It's a hard question because I mean, what I'm studying right now is horticulture and like the art and science of plants. It's amazing. Learn so much about our world and the nature around us.
Yeah.
But I'm also working a landscaping job, and every day I want to just take an axe to the head sometimes. It's like it is just brutal on your body. Brutal on your body. When I come home, I'm so tired, and then I have to go to class for like 3 hours after that. And like I'm not only working 40 hours a week, I'm also going to a full-time student, and then I also have to like have all this other stuff. So I don't even really feel like I've thought about that myself on like what I actually want to do. All I want to do really like for my next step and what I want to do, because I don't really have this grandmaster plan, because that's not how it usually works out. Right?
Yeah.
Like you got to be fluid with it. So I want to do something in sales, and I think it's a great skill to acquire and like to have in my cluster of skills that I have, because like I'm good with like Photoshop, I'm good with like illustration. I love drawing. Both my grandfathers, one was like a graphic designer. He like designed our town logo, and the other one was an architect. And both my parents went into just sales and shit. So I don't want to do that. They just didn't ever really seem that happy going to work. Like they're like, oh, it's not too bad. I'm like, I don't want to have a job where I have to say, yeah, it's not too bad. I want to have a job where I'm like, yeah, I did something good today.
Yeah.
You know?
You and me both,
Like,
because I want to end up in
yeah.
sales too. Like that's just, you and I are very personable people that can talk to
Yeah.
anyone and not have a problem with it. That's just how we are.
Like I've at one point, like I wanted to make a clothing line that just like a part of the profits went straight to like a specific charity or something that goes to like, I don't know, animal rights, or like the coral reef, like rebuilding the coral reef, like all that. Like I get into these niches, and then I kind of just wiggle my way through like what I want to do.
Yep.
So career wise, I don't really have much of a set path, if you want to say, but other than just acquiring skills and stuff that I enjoy,
Okay.
you know.
And then,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say,
Okay.
bud.
And when I take my feet out of my bed and I want to go to work, like that's the job I want to have. Like I want to wake up every morning, you know, and
You don't
and
have to be
also
like,
go to sleep.
you don't have to be like, holy shit, hell yeah, I'm going to work. But you're like,
Yeah.
man, like I'm gonna do something and I'm
Let's
gonna
get
enjoy
it,
it today.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that. Last question, and then we're gonna get into the boring Valorant topic.
Oh,
And then,
cannot wait.
so real quick, so Josh, obviously, my chat is in here listening and
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Josh is actually my emote guy and my artwork guy. So all the artwork that you see here on my channel, whether it's you scroll down, you see the About Me page, my sub emotes, the channel points, pictures, like Josh has done all of that. So with that being said, you know, what makes artwork so fun to you? Like what brings you that joy? Like how did you even, you know, to wrap it up quickly, like what makes you like that so much, you know? Or how did you discover that you enjoy doing that?
Well, like any other horny 12-year-old boy does, he started drawing boobs. Just kidding. I'm kidding. No. One of my most, I guess, cherished memories of my grandfather is him teaching me how to paint with watercolors and teaching me how to draw or paint a cabin. And like, it was so bad, but he was just so calm. And each stroke that he did was with purpose. And then like a couple months later, he died, like cancer. But I saw him in this zone, and I was like, I want to be in that zone, and like where everything you do, you can do yourself. You don't have any other factors like shooting at you, you know, because that's how life is for me. I always have something coming in from background noise, or just where I can just isolate myself and isolate my brain and just create something that I will enjoy. And maybe other people enjoy too, but
That's beautiful, actually.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it really just comes down to therapeutic. It's something that gets me through the day, you know, and sometimes I don't do it all the time because I don't need to do it all the time, but sometimes I'm like, I need to draw something and get this creative outlet like going. And sometimes I supplement that with cooking because I love cooking as well. And itself is an art form. And I think it's an expression, because as a middle child, like, I don't know, I never really had a outlet of expression because you get lost in the middle, you know. And
Yep.
that was my form of kind of expressing myself in a way that I wanted to express it, and it's just became this whole thing for myself. And yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if it was a loaded
Hey,
answer.
no, I asked it,
but-
and I enjoyed that. That's awesome. Well, you know, some of the questions that I've asked you, I don't actually know. So it actually, you know, even though we've been friends, we all have been friends
Like,
for
what,
seven
like,
going on
yeah.
8 years. You know, like
I mean,
there's still a
I've
lot
known-
of stuff we don't know about each other.
Yeah. I've known
So
Sam for what, like 10 years? More than that, right? Since like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
long
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Well, Joshy, we're gonna get into the Valorant topic real quick. We're gonna get this knocked out because
Go for
I
it.
know you don't watch Pro Valorant like Sam and I, but this is our favorite segment. So,
Go for it.
I'm actually gonna. Okay, that didn't pop up on the screen. I need to pull up Twitch real quick.
Yep. Speaking of,
Yeah, I need to get the Valorant game going. That way, I'm ready and watching. So we are. Oh, okay. I don't need that to play. Little botched. So here we go. 100 Thieves is playing against the Guard in about 10 minutes. So if you guys are sticking around to my react stream, I might be mid-reaction, and I'm just going to react to what's going on in the game. So I apologize right now. But they're playing the Guard, which is a brand new team that I haven't really been paying attention to. So I'm going to kind of get to see what's going on with them here tonight. Versus 2 weeks ago, Sam and I were talking about that they were going to be going against Cloud9. Unfortunately, they lost, which we both really weren't shocked by for the sheer fact that it's a brand new team, brand new composition going on. You know, they might have done boot camp for 2 weeks, but that's, you know, that's expected from new teams. So hopefully they got their shit together.
hopefully.
We'll see. We'll kind of get that into that here in a second. But as far as the Guard, I actually went through and kind of looked at some of the players and what's going on, and some of the names I recognize actually. So because you and I kind of touched on it a little bit, Sam, on the last episode. But we have on the Guard, there's Jonah P, which I recognize.
Yep.
Valen, which I think I remember. Don't quote me. Net, I've definitely heard of. Saya Slayer, haven't heard of. And then Trent, I have heard of.
Yeah,
So-
same. Basically same.
Yeah, so that's their crew that they got going on. I know Jonah P was on Immortals, I think. And he
I believe so.
he seemed like a very solid player over in general, so
Yeah,
I'll
for sure.
kind of get this. Yeah, that's right, Josh. So we'll kind of get to see what's going on with them. But here's the big news: 100 Thieves, Ghost Gaming, TSM, and T1 will be competing in the next upcoming Knights monthly gauntlet. Which means that they're going to be basically picking up on what's going on in their tournament that they have. They're going to be they're going to be playing in their monthly gauntlet. I've said that like 3 times. I'm sorry. I'm a little scatterbrained here today, guys. They're basically just going to be going into this tourney and, you know, get the team comp together. And I'm actually really excited for that. Not even just for 100 Thieves, but for TSM and T1 as well. I don't know much about Ghost Gaming, but, you know, those 3 are tier 1 teams. They're, you know, here. So it is kind of weird seeing them to, you know, take a part in a smaller tourney, but it does make a lot of sense. Do you have any thoughts, Sam?
I'm just glad we're going to see more of them and more of these smaller tourneys. I think more bigger teams should be doing what these guys are doing.
Yeah, I think so too. Because you and I talked about it. It's like, you know, some of these tier 2 teams that we haven't really heard of are knocking out these other tier 1 teams, and it's because they're taking
you can
part.
never really predict anymore, man. That's why I'm a little worried about this Guard v 100 Thieves that's about to start.
Yeah, I'm a little worried too. So you might see me
We'll
be like,
see.
you might hear Sam and I'd be like, oh shit, no way. So bear with us. But so this week is now week 2 of the qualifiers. I haven't looked at the Spike GG to see how the current setup is all going, but this is week 2. I don't know if they're in the lower bracket or not, but obviously Sam and I are hoping 100 Thieves makes it through, so cross our fingers. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll have more information on the next episode, and we'll talk more. But speaking of esports and such, that Now you're more than welcome to come back, Josh.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
So there's actually known colleges right now that are offering esports scholarships, which is, I think, huge for the esports scene. Just to kind of pull up a list here, I mean, we're talking, I was actually scrolling through this earlier, Sam, and Josh, because you know the college. Ball State is offering scholarships for esports.
Is it Fortnite or what kind of games?
It could
like
be
League of Legends.
It could be anything. But
I know. The college I go to also has like a League of Legends team that they like play other colleges, and I think they have a Valorant team as well now.
I mean, League will always be on top.
Yeah. Well, I know
esports-wise.
up in Purdue and IU, they have a Rainbow Six team for the actual school, and they take part in tourneys. Because my buddy Mason takes part in the Purdue one. So,
wow.
yeah, but I think that's huge for the scene, for the sheer fact that you're having, esports, which has always been sort of a not very looked at topic, and now it's becoming bigger and bigger as time keeps going on. So
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Very overlooked. I feel like it's been very overlooked by like other sports, like announcers and like ESPN for one. Like,
Yeah.
They've had the ability to jump on this a while ago, and now what is it? Almost $1 billion industry.
Yeah,
I
I would not be shocked.
Well, video games itself, it's bigger. It's bigger than it has been bigger than anything for a while. But
I'll say right now, I've watched
it's starting to explode.
I've watched more Valorant tournaments than I probably ever have football in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
And
a
Valorant,
niche,
and Valorant's brand new. It's a year and a half old game. Like,
it's very niche, like I feel like
there's
there's been find a niche.
There's been people that have been watching Call of Duty for the last 7-8 years. I know I watched back when Nadeshot was still on Optic, competing with Scumpy on the team and like winning, all those tournaments and such. Like, esports has been very, very huge. And I'm finally glad it's getting the recognition it deserves, because I've always enjoyed it. And, we get the boys together to watch 100 Thieves play, and there'll be 4 or 5 of us sitting at a call being like, holy shit, no way, or like, what the hell is this team doing? Like, you go through the mix of emotions as if you're watching, the Buccaneers versus, whatever other fucking team there is out there, the Rams, like, you get that same emotion, that same feeling. So, I'm glad. That's all I can say.
Going off of that, what do you think the first VR esports is going to be? Do you think that's a possibility?
I think it is. Give it a few more years.
I could see, like, I feel like the only game that could like come out to do that right now would be like Beat Saber. But that's not even.
Would be very cool.
But that's not even like esports. Like, that's more just like one-on-one tournaments, like Smash.
Yeah. Is it gonna be held in the metaverse or something?
Yeah. Ask Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
And as well as NASCAR launches NASCAR College Racing Series.
That could be VR, right?
I mean,
like,
you could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically on the track.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be VR, but they have those huge setups with the chair and the wheel and all that.
That's pretty much like it's a simulated game for the most part. Which I feel like
racing has been big for a while too.
Like I remember looking up like at those setups because I wanted one, just to see how much they go up to like almost like $200,000.
Oh yeah, they're expensive as hell.
But they look so cool.
I would get one if I had the money for it,
Oh yeah. Like what's the video game conference? The E3? Like
E3.
You see those videos of like those people in like the moving like race car simulation thing. Yeah, and they're just moving with it, and it just looks so cool. It's always been like a dream of mine to do that.
Sorry, I was sending a message. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd like to see that. So we're just gonna not rapid fire, but we're just gonna start hitting some topics and a couple sentences on them, just because I did do a decent amount of research with the boys because I've been busy this weekend. But So first off, none of you watch LCS, but I do. I only keep up with 100 Thieves. Obviously. 100 Thieves won their game yesterday. They are now 4-1. They are the #1 seed in the LCS right now. So Poggers, go them. And Sam, you probably saw this on Twitter, but Cloud9 dropped their League of Legends head coach.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
3 hours before the game yesterday, and it has been almost 24 hours, and we still have no idea why.
There's got to be a scandal. Right.
It might be a conflict of interest, or they just weren't happy with what he was doing. But this guy, LS, he's a very good coach. And Cloud9 is one of the best LCS teams out there right now. Like, I think they're either #2 or #3 seed right now. Like, for NA, obviously. We're talking NA. But I mean, like, besides, like, Team Liquid, TSM, and 100 Thieves, like, Cloud9's up there running with the boys. So it was very questionable to be scrolling through Twitter and be like, you know, I saw, it was Jake Lucky that posted it, that was like, Cloud9 drops head coach. And it's like, what the world? Like, 3 hours before a game, that has to be, like, scary as a pro player. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't imagine 100 Thieves about to play, and then they say, oh, yeah, you know, head coach is gone. The assistant head coach analyst is now stepping in, and he's going to be directing the game. I would be freaking out. So, there was that. As well, we had a big game launch since last episode, Sam. Lost Ark launched. I know you guys have been playing it a little bit, so you guys would be able to have more of an opinion.
I have not, but
I've played it a little bit. It's not my thing personally. Like, I keep getting on and like trying to play it and get through like the first 50 levels because the real game really starts with end game. But I don't know. I keep getting off. Like, it's just not.
Is it like New World?
Like a lot of people, it's like New World, but it's different. It's like take the gameplay of like Diablo.
Oh, so more like Path of Exile-esque?
With all the MMO elements of like Final Fantasy. I've heard the dungeons are very good, late, especially end game, and the raids are very, very good, and people love the game, and it's a very like polished, well done game. Just not my thing personally. I just, it isn't gripping me. Like, I can't put hours and hours into it like I did with New World or anything.
I mean, as far as I know,
yeah,
like, all the guys that have been playing it, they have said nothing but good things. It is a grind from what I've heard, but it is very good, especially for a launch game like this. So I might hop on it and kind of see that my toes in the water.
Trying. It's worth trying.
So we'll see about that. I don't. You guys watch Futurama at all? I watched Futurama growing up.
I love Futurama.
Yeah.
I love Futurama. Yeah.
So they're actually making a Futurama revival, has been ordered at Hulu, with most of the original cast returning for a 20-plus episode season. However, they are having problems with some of the actors because so, like, the voice of Bender is John DiMaggio, and he isn't going to sign currently because he is not very happy with... So you'll see on Twitter that some of the headlines, they're like, oh, he's not doing it because he's not getting paid enough, which is true.
John DiMaggio is the voice actor for Bender, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And so those headlines are wrong because they are sort of correct. It's clickbait. He also believes that some of the rest of the cast, like the guy who voices Fry and the girl who voices Leela, he believes that they are not getting paid their worth. He believes that most of the cast should be being paid more than what they're offering, and that is why he's not signing. So there's a huge conflict of interest right now with that, and they're trying to work it out, but I would love to see another season of Futurama, because I grew up on that, you know? That's what I watched on my weekends. That's what I would...
Yeah.
I mean... you put Bender in there, I'm gonna end up watching it, you know. But I just don't see a Futurama without the original Bender, you know.
I'm always skeptical with these like reboots and stuff. I just feel like
kind of like iCarly, you know. They didn't bring Jeanette McCurdy back on. Everyone was like, oh, you know, iCarly revival, it's gonna be awesome. And they're like, Jeanette McCurdy's not coming back, and everyone's like, oh, eh.
like, why not just make a spinoff or something? You know, of just like Planet Express
Yeah, I
or
don't
something like
know.
that, or like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos is like the competing like he's the competing like company. It's like Amazon, but it's not Amazon, like Alphabet or something. I don't know. I feel like they could have done more in that universe because it's literally the whole world or the whole universe that they like go through. And I think that show ended perfectly the way it did.
I
And
agree.
A spinoff might have been a better idea for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
some spin-offs don't work. They had How I Met Your Father, which is the spin-off of How I Met Your Mother, and I haven't
yeah,
heard
that's not
very
the same thing. It's like Josh said, it's like a universe. Like there's
Yeah.
multiple like ways to
Yeah,
do
well,
it.
if you're doing it like Star Wars, you know, like with Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, it's gonna work out good.
Yeah.
but there's more lore behind Star Wars, so it's a little bit harder to like, I guess, create something that doesn't already exist for people in Hollywood because apparently that doesn't work
Yeah.
for them because it's too much money to like make a new story. It's easy
To be
just redo
creative.
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, just rip them off. So yeah, hopefully that goes good. And then tagging along with Hollywood, there was a new Doctor Strange trailer. I haven't looked at it, so Josh,
Oh.
you're gonna be the one that talks about it because you watched it.
So, what really stuck out to me the most, which I think a lot of people who also saw it may have caught a glimpse of it, is the Marvel Illuminati.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
Wait, what?
Do you not know what the Marvel Illuminati is?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so the Marvel Illuminati consists of a Tony Stark variant, Professor X. Here, let me
What?
Illuminati. Yeah, this is, and they're 5 members, I believe. So
What the fuck?
and this is an alleged theory that's happening right now.
What
so-
the fuck?
It's got Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, Charles Xavier, and then Fantastic Four Reed Richards, as well as the Iron Man variant, which this Iron Man is much stronger and doesn't wear like a mask. So there are theories that possibly Tom Cruise could play the Iron Man variant, which would be kind of crazy to see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I would prefer John Krasinski, but
Yeah.
that's just me.
John Krasinski.
Yo.
Jim from the Office.
Yes, yeah, bro, that'd be
The
sick.
most awkward. Oh, that just would not work.
It
Oh.
would. Or Matt Damon. That'd be really cool.
No. So
Wait,
there's
yo,
that.
no, Mark Wahlberg, bro. That would be
Marky
sick.
Mark?
Yeah,
that would be
Marky
kinda
Mark.
funny.
I think Marky Mark could pull off an Iron
Yeah.
Man variant.
Yes, Chris is right. He was originally Tom Cruise was casted as the original Iron Man, but he wanted to work on the Mission Impossible movies.
Hey, you know what? RDJ played a better Iron Man, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm excited. I actually am probably gonna end up watching the trailer for a reaction. So
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
oh damn it. Well, you guys will get to see how I feel about that. Okay. Before we talk about Wordle, let's just get this knocked out real quick. Kanye versus Pete Davidson. Like
Best
dude.
beef. The best beef of all time, I feel like.
Oh
The
my
memes are incredible.
God.
He's now got beef with Peppa Pig, which is even better. A child like cartoon he has beef with now. He's actually lost his mind.
Dude, I was scrolling through his Instagram and it was just bizarre. Like he was just going
It's
off.
very bizarre.
I mean, he's bipolar, right? Like, hasn't he came out and said that he's bipolar?
He is, but I don't think you should blame this on like his mental.
No,
health. Like,
no,
he's
obviously not. But I mean, like,
speaking.
it's just, it seems like every year he goes through another huge episode and loses his mind, and then
People
eventually,
love the drama.
yeah,
People
and
love the drama.
eventually his
Yeah.
PR team gets involved, and then they took over his account, and then he's all right,
Yeah.
as far as we know. But
Now Kid Cudi is involved. Too,
oh, that's
and, like,
right.
Timothy Chalamet is involved. The whole like Iron Civil War, like Captain America Civil War
Yep.
meme with like
Yeah.
the sides. It's just like, guy, come on, man. Like,
I'm picking Pete Davidson on that side.
there's
Not
no
gonna cap.
way. There's no
Steve
way
Davidson.
Kim Kardashian had that much of a grip around Kanye West. but he did. He did.
I mean, it's the
Or she
mother of
did.
his children. Like,
True.
It obviously it's affected him.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I actually don't. I think the opposite. I don't think it's a fit.
Oh, not at all. Nope.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but that's kind of nuts.
Peppa
Stay
Pig,
tuned for
bro.
that one.
Peppa
Yeah.
Pig. That's so
So,
bizarre.
The story behind that is like Peppa Pig tweeted out. God, what was that tweet? It was
that they got a better score from Pitchfork
Yeah.
for the album.
What?
Peppa
Oh.
Pig official tweeted out. Peppa Pig didn't need to host listening parties in Mercedes-Benz Stadium to get that 0.5 extra because Donda got a 6.0, and then Peppa Pig Adventures got a 6.5. And
That's so awesome.
Peppa Pig is beefing with Kanye West, and I'd love to see them go down in a fight because I got my girl Peppa for the win on that one.
Oh my god.
Oh, Chris made a good point. People seem to forget that if it wasn't centered around celebrities, this would be considered one of the biggest domestic abuse / stalking cases of our generation. Oh, that's true. That's crazy to think about. Oh.
I mean, he didn't like beat his wife. Like, is he like mentally abusing her?
What? Who?
I'm confused now.
Yay?
Yeah, I don't think you.
No.
Yeah, I mean Ray Rice like clocked his wife, and then like there's, I wouldn't say it's like the biggest domestic. It could be stalking for sure.
Well, I
wouldn't say
think it's way
abuse.
more well known than any of the other cases
Yeah,
that are going on.
true.
You know.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Oh, he bought a house on the same
Yeah.
road as Pete and Kim just to keep Dude, that is a little creepy.
No, you guys are dumb. His daughters live there. What are you talking about?
Bro, it's conspiracy theories. Everyone get your tinfoil hat. Let's go.
Yo, I'll put on my tinfoil hat right now.
You guys are dumb.
Oh my god. I feel like that could have just been like ease, like so like if he just wants to spend time with his daughters, he can just
I'm sure he has reasons behind it, obviously. You know, like we're memeing a little bit, but
yeah.
you know, it seems like Kanye really does like legitimately care about his kids and he wants them to do well and always know what's going on with them. So I don't blame him because I'd be the same way, you know. But dude, that beef it's been there for a while and we're just now seeing it explode and it's great.
Dude,
Yeah.
and shout out to Pete Davidson for absolutely like getting like 10 out of 10 celebrities.
Yeah, dude
to,
got
like,
Ariana
like,
Grande and
Somewhere.
Kim. Oh my god.
like this guy like had to made a deal with the devil or something, right? Like I wouldn't say he's the drop dead gorgeous model looking guy, but like I would give him like an 8 out of 10, you know, like, but he's just pulling celebrities that are just crazy hot and like I don't know if they're out of his league, but yeah, Chris, funny guys always score.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
With tinfoil caps and thinking caps going on, I know that you guys, along with me, have been playing Wordle. And oh my god, that game is so addicting! And you only get to play it once every day.
It's so good.
And it's owned by the New York Times. And dude,
it was just purchased by the New York Times. It wasn't originally.
Oh, it wasn't? It was his own domain? Well, man,
Yeah, it was
they
his
got
own thing
they got
first.
the bag. They got the bag.
Well, there is some controversy over it now because aren't they changing like the words? Like they're not always the same for everyone.
Not that.
That was
I've heard of.
what, not
Oh, it
old
did
wives'
do
tale,
as
but like
well.
a rumor that I heard.
Oh, okay. So there's fake news. Sorry for
it-
spreading fake.
Yeah,
It might be
probably
for as
fake
far as I
news.
know, but dude, like,
Yeah.
you know, like we have a Wordle chat in the Discord, and you'll just see
Yeah.
like how interesting it is that like all of our brains work differently, and we still end up getting the answer, whether it's a hint from someone or getting a little bit of help. Like we still end up getting what the word is, and it really is like weird because now I'm also learning different words that like I'll go and look up the definition of to be like, what the hell is this word? What does it mean?
What is blue?
Well, dude, like today's word, I'm not gonna say it and spoil it for everyone, but like I had today's word, I'm like, what the fuck is
Actually,
this
yeah,
word?
what does that mean?
It means
Well, you're gonna spoil it right now.
I'll look it up.
it is understood or implied without being stated.
Obvious.
Okay.
So yeah, basically. So
Okay.
I don't know. It is interesting to see though. All right, let's get into some more. Josh, I'll let you bring up this one since it's your game.
Oh, Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you know more about it than we do.
So they're saying, like, I mean, this has kind of been a rumor for a while that Overwatch 2 is going to be played in the Overwatch League, like before it's actually released to the public. And
Because it's the same game.
yeah, yeah, and
Whoa,
everyone's
that's
kinda
crazy.
pissed about it, and they're like, why not just release it to everyone else then? And I mean, I honestly really don't care. I'm fine with Overwatch right now as it is. You know, like I don't need a new game right away. Like the content would be cool to have,
Be
but
nice to that
it would be
resurgence of
nice.
players at least.
But I think being able to have like a competitive like aspect before they release it to the public is a better idea, and it gives it a solid launch. Yes, I think Chris is right with that. I was getting to that point. It would build up a better hype for the game once it's released.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, because like it's going to be a completely different game in a sense, but it's not. Like they're having tanks be more like brawlers, and they've redone a lot of the audio work. Like they've taken actual guns, and like for soldiers' guns, I remember watching that they like recorded a bunch of different guns to see which gun would sound the most like his gun, and like they mixed different guns together to like make it sound
Huh.
like.
Well, I know they're completely reworking Bastion, and that makes me upset.
Yeah, so
That's my boy.
The tank reworks are gonna be cool. Like they're gonna be more of fighters than they are like just being a bullet sponge. They're supposed to be like how you'd imagine a tank to actually be. Like
It's like a Rocky
if you're-
Balboa, basically now.
Yeah, like you're gonna be able to put damage in and put damage out. So like
That
or
is
take
cool.
damage, yeah, which will be cool, and I think that's a.
It's
way
not like
better
a,
way to
all
go
right,
about
we
that.
need a Reinhardt. I need you to put out your shield and go stand out there and do everything, and I'm just gonna mercy pocket heal you.
What worries me about out of all this is that Jeff Kaplan has left.
That's the CEO or like board of directors, right?
I mean, he was the
his
big guy
actual
in
title.
charge.
Yeah, he was the guy who released all like the patch notes and like released videos and like. So I mean, he was pretty much the guy who talked to the public and like to the people. Yeah, creative game director. Thank you, Chris. And it's a little worrisome because
The
he
new guy in
really.
charge is pretty well liked, though, isn't he? He's the dude that designed King's Row, right?
Oh really?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hate that
It's like
map,
everyone's
so.
favorite. What? That map's so good.
I don't even have a favorite map, to be honest.
Yeah, so I mean that's really what it is in Overwatch. I mean, there's not much. Oh, also there's a new Reaper event that's gonna happen March 22nd through like
Ooh.
or not March 22nd, February 22nd through like March 9th
All
or
about
6th.
Reaper?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Interesting.
yeah, so it could be cool like why he turned to like the bad side when he was originally on the good side.
And it's 5v5 now, isn't it? Or at least like for Overwatch 2 planned. Gonna be 5v5 instead of 6v6.
That's
I
kind of
think you're right on that, but I can't.
Sure.
I
I'm
honestly
looking
cannot
at it here,
remember. Yeah,
That kind of
Interesting.
sucks.
it will be interesting.
One tank.
One tank or one healer. It's gonna end up being something like that.
I think it's one tank.
I did not see the patch for Symmetra. I know like the experimental one was like that she was healing.
Yeah, they were gonna
Is
turn her
that what you're
into a
talking about?
healer.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
hasn't been pushed through yet, but yeah, it is.
Hopefully it doesn't because that was awful. So
Yeah, she was very bad when I played her.
it was like they should have stuck with the original like when she was a support in the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Agreed.
feel like I'm going on a tangent with this. We probably should
Yeah.
keep moving.
No big deal. That's part of the podcast. So which queen's coming out this upcoming week?
Mm-hmm.
That's Destiny, right?
That is
Yep.
Destiny. Destiny
Okay.
2.
Witch Queen.
You're-
It's
you
a
guys
big
are-
one.
Destiny 1.
You guys are out of my league
It
now.
is a big one.
It's a big one. They're reworking a whole subclass. They are bringing in a whole new gun, new mechanics for crafting, which is going to be cool. And I honestly can't wait because I had 1,000 hours on the first game and I didn't play much of Destiny 2 because like no one else was playing it. But ever since I've gotten Destiny 2 on my PC, it's been awesome. It's been really grindy, but it's been worth it when you play with friends. You just gotta have a good group of friends to play with you to make any game really good.
kind of a given.
Yeah. But Sam, do you have anything you want to say about that?
I think you covered everything.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay. And then we also have, excuse me. We also have Elden Ring coming out like this week, right?
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm very hyped for Elden Ring.
I think I'm gonna end up buying it.
It looks sick. They've like let so much gameplay be put out there. It's like we basically already know what the game is like, and it looks so good. A little more accessible than all the other Souls games.
Is it a Dark Souls game? That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it's a Dark Souls game, but it's open world.
Is it gonna be
open world one?
Is it gonna be as hard as Bloodborne? Do we know?
No, like it's not. No.
Okay.
It's gonna be much more. They said it will be more accessible. Now, it might not mean it's like easier.
So nobody's gonna be
just as hard, but it will be more accessible to a wider audience.
Looks like keyboard and mouse companies are gonna be getting some more sales soon.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of companies making money and not making money, dude, this came out like 2 days ago that EA is upset with Halo Infinite and blaming them for their horrible launch, and the entire community of gamers were just absolutely belittling EA. It was so funny. I saw so many memes, like to the point where I was like clutching my stomach laughing so hard, because it's like,
yeah, I mean,
EA's like, what is it, like the guy that shoots the other guy and then turns around to the other guy's like, why'd you do that? It's
dude, it is so funny.
Like,
literally, EA is the worst company in the world.
Yeah,
next to Nestle, EA is right there. They overwork all of their
employees. They screw you on content. They're always making you pay way more money for like the exact same game. Like, I know EA's kind of in the shitter right now too, because we wanted Battlefield 3 or Battlefront 3 and we're not getting it. So it's just funny, man. Like, don't get me wrong, like Halo's launch currently and all of it isn't too hot right now either. But you can't blame another company to be like, oh, because you launched early is why our game fucking sucks. It's like, no, the game sucks because you didn't do a good job and you half-assed it. You're not working on your servers. You're not working on the bug fixes. You're not out there trying to campaign the game. And it had such a bad launch that now nobody wants to play the fucking game.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious how bad it flopped.
I don't plan on buying Battlefield 2042, if I'm going to be honest. If you want my input. Yeah, because, like, dude, the trailer looked awesome.
It looked so cool. So cool.
And, you know, with any game,
shit everywhere.
with like we were talking about earlier, you know, with all the games coming out and they're kind of like either half-assing it and putting everything else in DLCs and bug fixes, you know, like I'm starting to be at that point where I'm going to start waiting like 3 to 6 months after a game launches. And then I'll look at the reviews, and then I'll see whether it's worth my time or not. That's me personally. I don't know about you guys.
I think that takes us back to like the whole building a strong community at the beginning of the game, you know, is like that's where the money is, and that's where these gacha games come from, you know, is that's how you consistently get revenue as a company, is having these long-lasting niche like communities. That's like Destiny 2, for example. Like, they keep making steady content for it. I mean, the Witch Queen took forever to get here, but I feel like it comes down to like having just a strong community, and people like being part of a strong community, especially if it's in a video game.
Yep. Well, and you know, hopefully they have some sort of revival or something to redeem them, because the same thing happened with Bethesda. They were like, oh, dude, we're going to have Fallout 76. And everyone was like, oh my God, Fallout 76, this is going to be so awesome. And then it's an okay game. You know, I think it's not as great as the Fallout 4 release, but they're also like, oh, well, we have Starfield. You're going to enjoy Starfield. And then like the next year, they're like, oh, hey, you know, Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, it's in the making. And everyone was like, oh my God, you know, like maybe Bethesda is about to have this comeback that they've been lacking in the last few years. So hopefully EA does something. I don't know what it's going to be, but for the reputation they have right now, it's not looking too hot for them.
Yeah, GTA 6 too. Like,
yeah,
we're
we
all gonna like have kids and shit.
Yeah,
by the
we
time
did
GTA
touch
6
on
is,
that
like-
last episode. Like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have GTA 6 is well under production right now, and we were like, oh thank God, dude, we've had GTA 5 since like 2014. Like,
Yeah, oh
it's
my God.
about damn time. Like, don't get me wrong, they were also working on Red Dead 2, which fantastic game, 10 out of 10. But I don't know. Hopefully they have something to kind of have that redemption arc. And then, you know, talking about a queen. Unfortunately, the queen has COVID.
Rip.
So, with her age and what's been going on in the world, I'm hoping for the best for her. We haven't.
COVID's not gonna take out this queen. COVID is not gonna take.
I
out
don't,
the
dude.
queen,
She
you know
might
that.
live to be like 130 years old. Who
Bro,
knows?
she'll outlive all of us. I guarantee it right now. Oh my God! Like, can you imagine? Like, no, the queen is not gonna die from COVID. Stop worrying about it, because she has been resilient towards everything else, and you think COVID's gonna knock her
Yeah,
down?
dude, she lived through the
everything
black.
we know after-
She
yeah,
lived through the Black Plague, bro.
possibly. We don't even know. She-
So, yeah. Crossing my fingers. Hopefully everything all ends up well over there and for her. And now finally
Yeah,
we're
we'll see.
gonna kind of go into a new little segment that we're gonna have in the podcast. That Sam wanted to bring up.
Do I need to take my shirt off for this?
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you. We're gonna do
I'll
new
leave it on for now.
new music that's coming out and like recommendations.
I just have some recommendations. Oh yeah.
Before Sam goes on his tangent, Ian Dior, very underrated. I like him a lot. He's a hip hop artist. Definitely give him a listen. He just dropped a new album like 3 weeks ago. Okay, Mayhue music.
I just want to shout out 3 albums that have come out sort of in the past like month that I've been listening to a lot. The first one is from your local Chicago rapper Saba, who has had some great previous projects, but this most recent one, Few Good Things, his most recent album, is a great listen. Highly recommend it if you like Smino or Six Black, sorry. Fucking great. Love it. Another one is Snot. Came out with an album that is okay.
Yeah, that's a fantastic name.
Yo, check out Snot, bro.
Great small, I mean not small, great little album that came out from him too. Not a perfect album. It's like there's a few like really good tracks in there, and then most of the other ones are you know, it's whatever. But and then the last one is shout out Oliver Tree for a new album.
I've heard that name before.
It's not a great album, but it's really easy to listen to, and then I'm sure a lot of people will like it. It's like the type of music that a wide range of people. Joey, you'd love it for sure.
Would I? Okay, I'll actually take that one in
Yeah, no, you
consideration.
would. Called Cowboy Tears. It's pretty solid, and it's growing on me like mold.
Can I join in on this real quick? On
Oh
this,
yeah. Oh yeah.
347 Aiden just dropped a single like a couple days ago. It's really good. I enjoy his music. It's kind of like hardcore bedroom pop, if you will.
I think I've heard of him too.
But they released the Rolling Stones released an article as soon as he dropped it saying like this guy is literally teaching people how to like teaching kids how to like roll a spliff, and it's in the intro of his song.
You know, there's 2 artists that I always really like and listening to. I don't think I've really have talked much about it. So it's gonna come as a surprise to you guys.
Oh, jeez.
First off, Mayhue Music makes really good music. You can find his in the description in my link tree. Shout out to him. He's really good. And as well as this guy named Crank Beats. He makes some really good music
I think
too.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. You can actually find him on youtube.com/crankbeats. He's really good. He's popping off right now. He has a video right now that has like over 12,000 views or something. So, I mean, shout out to both of them. I think they're both really great. If I were to give like 2 of my like top 5 favorite artists of all time. Those it goes to both of them. Yeah, so if you haven't already, you know, hop on the wave before they're too popular. Josh, you got any recommendations?
Hold on.
I'm gonna blow my nose.
What, you got snot?
Yeah, bro, I got snot.
Well, I just discovered Justice, which is like from 2007.
Yeah, I don't know. You're so silly.
I like him a lot, and yeah, just really 347 Aiden has like been kind of my vibe lately.
I've been listening to a lot of Polo G. Not only Polo G, but okay, I've always listened to 3 Days Grace, but for like the last 2 weeks, I have done nothing but nonstop listen to 3 Days Grace, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
It's
You're just going through it and you don't even know it.
yeah, I guess so. I must be losing my mind.
What was it? Five Finger Death Punch is a good one too.
Yeah, they're not bad, but they do covers. Did you know that none of their music is original? All of their Five Finger Death Punch.
There's no way that.
Swear on my life. Swear on my life. All their music that they have are all covers of other songs.
Did you know Johnny Cash's "Hurt" was actually made by 9 Inch Nails?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually kind of cool.
So like the original one is played in I think season 2, like series like ending or season ending of Rick and Morty. Like I was like, holy shit, this song sounds so familiar. And I looked it up and I'm like, that's "Hurt" by like Johnny Cash. And it's like, no, it's actually by 9 Inch Nails.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that cute? Well, on top of being hurt, I unfortunately do have to move on here, boys. Do you guys have any last ending questions, comments, concerns? Anything you want to throw out there? Do you
think so.
Josh, where can they find you on socials?
I don't really have socials, but like
Okay, wait, what about your Twitter?
I mean, no, not my Twitter because I don't really do anything with that.
Yeah, but you put out some bangers out there.
Not really.
Yeah, you do. I plugged it in my chat. There you go. Yeah, you got some banger. Dude, don't even be like, no, because you always will type in our group chat like, yo, is this a banger tweet or nah?
And like some of them are kind of funny, like
do not give dogs hot Cheetos, December 17th on 21. Like you can only choose one. What item are you going with? Michael's secret stuff or a picture of some kid with shoes? Like
it's you've never, oh my god, that's from Like Mike, the special shoes that make him like an NBA star. You've never seen that movie?
No, male bees will mate with an orchid till it dies from exhaustion.
Bro,
what are these tweets?
I actually learned that in one of my classes. I was like, damn, dude, bees get their fuck on. Like, they don't even know it's not another bee. They just fuck a flower.
Hot take, baseball players should have to run the bases every dinger they hit. I do have a lot of your tweets liked. You were just talking about how baseball players need to hit the... Yeah, you said hot take. Baseball players should have to run the bases every dinger they hit.
That one doesn't make sense to me, and I even put that one out there.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm telling, some of them are hits and some of them are misses.
Just straight up misses, dude.
All right.
It's like, never mind. I'm not even gonna try to dissect that tweet.
No, I'm not either. I think that's a pretty good point to end on.
Okay.
All right, boys. Well, I appreciate you. I will see you guys here. Well, Josh, I won't see you here on the podcast, but I'll see you in my chat. Sam, I'll see you in 2 weeks for another episode. We're actually gonna have, hopefully, if she's available, we're gonna have Kayla on, and if it's not Kayla, we're probably gonna end up switching it with Crank. So one of those two. Cool. That's gonna be next episode. We're gonna be getting in more details of content and stuff that's going on, and we'll just continue her. So I appreciate you, boys. I love you so much. I will holler at you two later.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, yeah. Boys. I'll see you here later.
Absolutely. All right, later.
All right, bye.
We'll be boop. Oh.
Nope, he's gone. He's gone.
And now,
All right, I'll holler at you. All right. What a good episode. Oh, yeah. Carter, let me do that.